What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Now in today's video, we're going to go over some of the big analysts that have actually been upgrading their price target on NIO lately, and why they actually think that NIO is worth these high prices that they put out in the last week or so. Also, towards the end of the video, we're going to go over what NIO is predicting their deliveries are going to be for fourth quarter. And it might surprise you because it's quite a bit higher than NIO has done in previous quarters. But looking at NIO today, they're up almost 2.5% on the day, and they spiked up early in the trading day, right after market open, and then they kind of maintained that throughout most of the trading day so far. Now there is a couple hours left in the trading day, but I would bet that NIO would trade pretty flat through the rest of the day. And they actually did hit over $50 earlier in the day, at a couple points actually. And so it's good to see NIO around this $50 area. And I think if they can use this $50 area or even $49 as support and grow off of this area, that's definitely a good thing to see. Because as you guys probably know, recently there was that short seller who put out a price forecast at $25. Now on that Friday that news came out from that short seller, we saw NIO drop quite drastically, and they dropped around 14%. And that was after they actually hit a new high that morning. So I think it's good to see NIO consolidating around this $49 to $50 area. Now on the 1 week, obviously NIO's been pretty green all week. They're up 20% on the week. And especially in the last few days, they've been going up pretty steadily. And now comparing NIO to the overall market, I have SPY pulled up here, and they're just in the red barely on the day at negative 0.16%. So SPY is pretty flat like they usually are. And on the 1 week, they're actually down 1%, which isn't terrible. I mean, obviously the market's going to have ups and downs, but you can see most of the week they were flat and then they dropped a little bit and then they're flat again. And going back to NIO, another reason why they're up recently is because Tesla was actually added to the S&P 500. And so this really drove up the price of all electric vehicle stocks. And so NIO really benefited from this news for Tesla. And so that's part of the reason, but then there's also been these price forecasts that we're going to go over now. Now, some of these people from Wall Street that are very bullish on NIO, they say that it's a must-own growth stock, and they think that people should buy in even though it's pulling back. And I agree, if NIO is pulling back and you have a high share price, or you want to buy more shares and add to your portfolio, the red days are the days to do it, not when NIO is hitting these all-time highs. But then again, long-term, NIO is going to be well beyond what they're trading for right now. So I don't think you should try to time the market because that never really turns out well. But for sure on red days would be the days to add more aggressively to your portfolio. Now here again mentions that short seller from Citron Research, and he had a very bearish call on NIO, but Wall Street is still responding pretty positively, and they're showing a lot of confidence in NIO. Now to start off, there's Deutsche Bank, and their analyst Edison Yu reiterated a buy rating on NIO and increased his price target from $34 up to $50. Now this has become a very common trend. A lot of these analysts are actually upgrading to $50 and beyond. Now pretty soon we're probably going to see $60 price targets and beyond. But now moving on to Bank of America, their analyst reiterated a buy rating and hiked up their price target from $23 up to $54.70. Now I believe Bank of America right now has the highest price target out of anybody. Now I could be wrong, but I believe they're the highest. And JP Morgan's analyst Nick Lay maintained an overweight rating and actually raised his price target from $46 up to $50. So I guess I didn't even notice this before, but Credit Suisse actually maintained an outperform rating and raised their price target from $25 up to $60. So with this is going to be the first $60 price target for NIO. And it was actually pretty crazy to see $50 price targets. And now we've seen the first $60 price target. So it looks like NIO is really going to continue going upwards, at least according to these analysts. And these price predictions are probably for 12 months into the future, or likely into next summer or sometime around then. Now I kind of want to go over what each of these banks and analysts see in NIO and why they see them as a winner, and why they've all upgraded their price target pretty drastically in the last few weeks especially. Now Deutsche Bank is looking forward to fourth quarter deliveries and sales outlook. And they're also taking into account the 7,500 delivery limit, which is going to happen in January, because right now NIO actually has a 5,000 delivery capacity, and they actually surpassed that in October, and they hit 5,055 deliveries. But in January, they want to ramp up capacity to 7,500 units per month. Now, this German bank also is looking at Edison Yu, who is saying that NIO is on track to take share from traditional internal combustion manufacturers. And so they're looking at this as more of a long-term thing, and that's why they have this upgraded price target. And they think this is going to help NIO emerge a major winner in the Chinese auto market by the middle of the decade. Now, another one of the big catalysts that helped drive up their price prediction was this newly released 100 kilowatt hour battery, and this allows even previous customers to upgrade their 70 and 84 kilowatt hour battery to get this new and improved battery. So it looks like Deutsche Bank is more looking at the technology side of things, which isn't a bad thing to look at because NIO does have a lot going for them. And they actually raised their fourth quarter and 2020 forecasts across the board. But now going to Bank of America, and they think NIO is going to become profitable in 2023, and this is a year earlier than they had previously estimated. And the analyst for Bank of America actually raised his 2021 to 2023 sales volume forecast above their consensus estimates. And one of the big things for Bank of America is the potential for robo-taxis with NIO and the Mobileye that they're working on with Intel. And the analyst at Bank of America said, as such, we believe NIO's share in China EV market will rise from 2% in 2019 to 9% in 2022. So a little bit different from the German bank analyst. But now moving on to JP Morgan, and they're more looking at the financial side of things and the amount of customers that NIO is acquiring. So one of the things that the analyst noted was that about 40% of new buyers are actually referrals from existing customers. And while NIO does have a lot of competition from Tesla, because Tesla is obviously the top auto manufacturer, they don't have as much competition from German brands because these brands don't have the volume models that companies like NIO and Tesla have right now. But they're also looking at the long-term sustainability of the EV market, and they think it's definitely growing very rapidly. And that's the major reason why they're putting out these higher price targets, because they think that the EV market is going to take over and it's going to be the standard for auto manufacturing. Now, Credit Suisse is also looking at the numbers and the financial side of things because they're taking into consideration when NIO becomes profitable and also the amount of revenue that NIO is generating right now and what they expect NIO to be generating in the future, as well as how subsidies are going to affect NIO and how that can really reduce the price of NIO vehicles, which in turn should increase their customer base and help increase the amount of customers that NIO can acquire. Now, another major catalyst that Credit Suisse is looking at is the new sedan that's going to be showcased on NIO Day. And I believe NIO is actually going to be putting out another sedan in 2021 to help compete with Tesla more. So that's definitely something Credit Suisse is going to be looking at as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if these banks and these analysts put out new price predictions with this news about this new sedan that's coming out. And I'm not talking about just the one that's going to be showcased on NIO Day, but there's talk about a second sedan being released in 2021. And one thing that these banks and analysts may not have considered is that NIO actually expects to deliver between 16,500 and 17,000 vehicles in Q4. Now, to compare this to quarter 3, I believe they delivered just over 12,000. So this would be nearly a 50% increase in deliveries just in one quarter. And by next year, NIO wants to deliver 100,000 vehicles. And in January, like I mentioned earlier, NIO wants to increase capacity to 7,500 vehicles per month. And if they can increase that even more by the end of 2021, I think we could easily see 100,000 deliveries by the end of next year. So I'm not sure if these analysts have heard news about the expected deliveries for Q4. I'm sure they've heard about 100,000 by next year. But I'm just saying that I wouldn't be surprised if these analysts and these banks upgrade their price targets even more in the near future. And then if that does happen, we'll probably see NIO spike up even more than they have recently. Because as you guys probably know, every time a price prediction has come out, NIO has gone up pretty substantially, especially in terms of gains in a single day. Now, for those of you who made it this far into the video, what do you guys think of these price targets that are put out right now? Now, I think if they're predicting NIO in the next 12 months, we'll likely see NIO shoot up well past these price targets because NIO right now is almost at $50. But I think we can all agree that NIO is pretty overvalued at the current price that they're trading at right now. It's definitely been a lot of hype driving up the price of NIO, but I want to hear what you guys think of these $50 to $60 price targets, especially if they're put out for the next 12 months. Do you think these price targets are going to be pretty accurate for the next 12 months? Or do you think NIO is going to shoot well beyond these price forecasts? Lastly, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up using the link in the description. When you sign up and deposit $100, you'll get 3 free stocks now. So make sure you guys sign up and deposit $100 to get your free stocks. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.